Up guys, Draxix Dude here. We're here to talk about Battlefield 1. As we all know, Battlefield 1 will be released on November, or is it October? Somewhere around that time. And we're going to be playing some Battlefield 4 in the background, but we're going to be talking about a Battlefield 1 possible DLC. That is for the Americans. As we all know, the Americans were the ones who brought in the efficient tanks for World War I. It's the reason why World War I ended the way it did. I just think if we could revamp it, add a few weapons from this war, especially with the ones that the Americans were using, which yes, they were using different weapons. This wasn't the same weapons that the French or the British were using. There was a bunch of different variations that they could be using, as they've been using for the game so far. They do not have the Springfield. I know it's another bolt-action rifle. It's going to be like the same as the other ones, but there's a variation. And from what I can tell, I've never seen any Enfield gameplay either, so that could just be added into the game as well, because the Americans use the Enfield about as much as the Springfield, especially since the Enfield could hold up to 10 rounds. And with that being said, they could bring out the grease gun, which was running through its own little phase, going through this whole time. And of course, we've got the American Winchester. You can't really say that wasn't there as well. They had also different types of grenades during the time period that were a little bit more effective. Their tanks, the ones that famously made by that one dude, I completely forgot what his name was. I'll probably put it in the description. But there was different rifles like the Browning, which was hitting their own specific loadouts then. Then we got the Smith & Wesson. Can't deny that wasn't. You could add like a revolver, and it will be like a big hit. We also got the Lewis M1917, the F1 grenade, which was the one I was talking about earlier. And you can add in a mortar for the Americans, because that's the way they were brought into World War I.
We need to take 3 more out, and this will be all.
And of course we got the trench knife, which was probably added already in before, but could also be added via the American DLC. And of course you could have always added certain areas that the Americans and the Germans fought, rather than the Americans and the British versus the Germans. So tell me what you guys think about the DLC in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys in the next one.